Not all treasures in the desert are buried. Sometimes they wait quietly in plain sight. Welcome to the Still Life Café in Independence, California. Today I'm inviting you to join me for something new, my first podcast-style conversation. We'll sit down with Malika Patron, a true modern woman pioneer of the desert, and hear her journey unfold. And whether you choose to watch or simply listen, think of this as both a video and an audio podcast, perfect to enjoy while you do other things. Come on in and join us and make yourself at home.
I'm thinking about my accent. I hope everybody is going to understand me. Well, if we feel, I can always put subtitles. You good? I good.
I travel places and I meet people, and I feel that I want to capture people's stories, and we are going to start with you. Hi, I'm Jenny, and today I give you the Still Life Café. And I don't know how to pronounce your last name, because I just will say I give you Malika, and I cannot pronounce her last name because it's French.
Not quite French.
Not quite French?
It's more North African.
Oh, it's North African.
Oh, unless I give you my last name, married last name, which is Patron, like tequila.
Patron, oh, I can
like
say
tequila
that.
Patron. Yeah, Malika Patron.
Malika Patron, I can do that.
My children always loved their name, you know.
Oh,
when they were
yeah,
like
'cause it was
teenagers,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, people probably thought that you guys owned Patron.
Yeah, or the patron, like in France, it would be le patron du café. Le patron du café means the boss of the owner of the café. So I didn't like that name at the beginning. In French, it sounded weird, actually. Like, oh, c'est la patronne du café. So I didn't like that.
And so the patron, and it's a French word that means?
Patron means
like a
boss,
patron?
like a boss.
Oh, like a boss.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so not like a patron or like a person coming to. Like a boss.
I don't know if they use patron for. No, we would say mécène for a patron, somebody who
comes in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good talk.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
It is.
I want to go to Kyo.
Yeah, you want to go to Kyo. I know. I'm going to send you to Kyo. We should go after and get in the hot springs, although she has to work. So, well, let me just explain to everyone how I came about. You guys know that I work at Death Valley Junction. Not right now, but people would come and stay at the hotel. And they would come and the hotel used to have, and as you know, a scratch-made farm-to-table cafe, which, of course, once they ate at our cafe, then it would come out and people would be like, oh my gosh, have you ever been to the French restaurant in Independence? And you need to go. And so for years I've been being told, come to this French restaurant. And so I came because, you know, as you saw my video last week, we came to Independence, I had to do some work. And I said, we finally get to try this French restaurant. And I've been here twice already. And they rolled me out last night and because everything was scratch made. I mean, this woman makes her own vinegar.
Remind me to give you a mother.
Yes, I'm going to get a mother. I'm getting a mother and I'm learning how to make vinegar. This is another thing. And so as we were having our first night having dinner here, you shared your story with me on how you fell in love with the desert. And those of you who have followed me know that I believe the desert chooses you. And it's not that you choose the desert, it's the desert grabs and chooses you. And
True.
so I would love for you to share the story on how the desert chose you, and anything else you'd like to share with us. But that's how we first bonded, aside from your food and me and Toulouse, which you'll see Toulouse here a little bit later. But please, how did the desert get you? Because you are from
Paris,
and
then Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, and Paris is a big city. Los Angeles is a big city, so that makes sense.
True. Well, when I came in America, the only desert I've been living in Los Angeles was Las Vegas. You see, And it didn't look like a real desert to me because there was so much asphalt and so much electrical posts everywhere. So it looked different from the Sahara Desert or the Gobi Desert, you know, where we don't see any civilization. So I didn't know the desert really until I met my husband, Michel, who, after we met, 1 year later, he said, I want to take you to the desert. I said, oh, I don't like Las Vegas. I don't want to go there. I said, no Las Vegas. We went to Darwin. So we got there at night with no moon. And when you take the road, you know, off Highway 190, you enter the road towards Darwin, and then you go down, and there is no moon. So dark everywhere. There is no light in town. So I felt like we were going down a black hole, you know. Then we get to the town. I could not see anything. And the day after when I woke up, I was sleeping in the living room on the couch, and I could see through the bay windows the desert, and my heart was like, oh my God, I fell in love right there. Just reminded me of North Africa somehow. I don't know why.
And so you are dual citizen because you grew up in Paris and North Africa.
No, I did not grow up in North Africa.
Oh, okay.
I was going in vacation every year.
That's how you know North Africa.
Very well, because my parents, my mother especially, my father stayed in France to work, but she would take us for vacation, school vacation, for 2 months. So for 2 months, we really were, you know, completely living there, and speaking even the language. It was great vacation. I mean, I speak Kabyle, which is, you know,
a dialect of the area.
It's the language of the people they call the Berber, the Amazigh. It's the language. It's their own language. Yeah. Okay, so I understand it. Speaking it, I must have a strong accent, like mixture of French and English.
But when you go visit, you're fine.
I understand.
Yeah,
yes, I understand. Yeah. True. Yeah. So, and I fell in love. In the morning, I was just like, oh, that space was incredible. After living in Los Angeles and Paris, and you get there, it's magical. So I fell in love right away. But we had friends over the years who came to visit us. We lived 4 years in Darwin, actually, when I was pregnant with my son.
And you got married in Darwin, you told me.
We got married in Dry Falls.
Oh, and that story was incredible.
That was incredible.
They're aside from the eclectic people that were at the wedding,
eclectic.
You had a friend that worked with Cirque du Soleil, and they gave you the tent.
Yes.
And that, I mean, I could just imagine out in Darwin, because those tents are huge.
Yeah, it took 3 weeks to put it together.
Oh, wow.
We had to find help to set up that huge tent. Me, I was in charge of the cooking, so I did all the cooking. But we had some friends in LA. She's actually Greek, Greek, Maria. And her husband, who's French, good friends of ours. And they brought 2 young lambs, and they did what we call a méchoui, you know, like a pit dip.
And we have that for every Easter.
Pit dip, yeah. So her husband went and digged a hole, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and started on the lamb. And then, you know, when we arrived, the lamb were slowly cooking, and it was great.
Oh, I bet.
And there were some people who never camped. We made everybody camp, even people who were not used to camp. And it was great. People had a great time. We had music, which after like 3 hours broke down. No more music, but there was enough music coming from people anyway. They were all like screaming and laughing and happy.
So when you lived in Darwin, you said you lived for 4 years and had your children there?
No, I had them in LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was pregnant in LA with my son, and then the Rodney King riots happened. And I was traumatized by the whole event. It was quite traumatizing. So we decided, okay, let's move to Darwin and see how long we can live there, you know. And I was excited. My husband was even, oh my God, he always wanted to go and live in Darwin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I said, but what are we going to do there? There is nothing. But I was raising my babies. and I was happy. You know, we discovered everything around Darwin. Every road we would see, we would decide, oh, let's take this road and go and check it out. And we discovered incredible places like that. China Garden is another spot that we enjoyed going picnicking. Oh, we met two guys from National Geographic, and they were like they had like a rope installed between two trees, and they had like containers filled with sand, which was strange. And we asked them what they were doing. They were studying the sound of the sand.
Wow.
Yeah, the sand has sound, sings,
Yes.
talks. Yeah.
Well, the big dunes outside of Amargosa
Yeah.
are one of the only singing dunes in America.
And they studied those dunes, so the sand from there. And they told us it was dramatic, the fact that people use their quad and their, their toys to go in the desert and mess it up. They think it's really bad for the desert. And I believe it.
Yeah.
You know.
There's roads for a purpose. Well, they just had that gentleman who went off-road where he wasn't supposed to be and ripped the salt tram down in Death Valley. I don't know if you caught that. That was a week ago. Yeah. He went off-road where he wasn't supposed to. It was muddy and got stuck, and then hoisted himself up to the salt tram that was still left in the canyon, and ripped it down. Destroyed it.
Going off-road in the desert is not advised.
Yeah, and it's amazing how long the tracks last.
Yeah.
Years. There's still wagon tracks. We found wagon tracks from 120 years ago.
Yes.
A few months ago.
I'm not surprised.
And so 4 years in Darwin, and then life had to get a little bit busier, or?
Well, we had to make a decision. You know, I was a little bit, I felt isolated.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had books. I read books by the pound, thousands of pounds of books, which was great. So we had no TV. We just had videos for our children. So they watched some classics, like The Little Rascal, the original Little Rascals, things like that.
Even though I lived in a city, I lived in Ashland, Oregon.
Yes.
For the first 2 years, I only let my daughter watch VHS tapes.
Yes.
And they were curated. Very curated.
Yes, and they really loved it. We watched them together. We loved those movies too. So it was great.
Yeah, even though I had access, I was like, no, you're too little to have, to just throw stuff on.
Yeah. So, and they were living outside. We lived practically outside. We would go very often camping, picnicking. That's how we discovered.
And so you
the
weren't cooking
surroundings.
there?
Oh yes, I was.
Oh, I mean, for you at home, but were you cooking for other people?
Oh no, but they would always show up.
If you were my neighbor, I would be at your house probably every Friday for dinner.
I had regular friends at breakfast, and it was pleasant for me to share my food because I never had most of the things I cooked. Nobody cooked them in Darwin, of course.
Oh yeah.
And picnicking or camping, they would follow us. I mean, we didn't hide it. They would know because we had to tell people where we were going in case we didn't show up.
Yes.
We give a time and date, we would come back. And if we don't come back, then they start looking for us. So you always have to tell people where you're going. And they would always show up. And I always cooked for at least 10 more people, naturally, And it was fun. It was really fun. And that's how it came, okay, we can't go back to LA. I didn't see my husband even less. He was older than me, so he really wanted peace, and the city, he was tired of it. And we decided to open a restaurant in the most unusual place, Olancha, which has only one building and one gas station. And a little town, a tiny town, I'm not even sure about the number, but I don't think...
Under 100?
I would say.
Under 500?
No, under 500 No, this is 500.
Oh, this is 500?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Independence.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 500. The sign says
500.
the same thing for years, but I'm pretty sure it's not moving to...
So probably under 100.
Yes, very small, very small.
Was your restaurant connected to the gas station or across the street?
No, it was next to a big building. It was an old building, actually. And it was like an empty cafe that has been empty forever. It looked like nothing really from outside. And my husband is in construction business, so he said, oh, yeah, and we talked to the owner. I said, okay. I was not sure about opening a restaurant. The night of the opening, I locked myself in the bathroom, sat down on the floor and started crying with all my recipes laying down in the bathroom.
Because you were like, what did I just
Nervous.
do?
I was super nervous. I thought, I'm crazy. What's wrong? And my friends who are chefs told me, you're crazy. What's happening to you? You want to open a restaurant?
It is a little crazy.
In the middle of nowhere.
It takes a little crazy to be successful in the desert.
Yeah, we were eccentric enough to do something like this. Nobody believed in us.
I just got the... No, I just got... that is how you're connected with Marta. I just got the vibes of... because when
Marta, the dancer.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because when everybody said she was crazy.
But that's what people said about us.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
My parents thought I was crazy.
Exactly. And that's where I get my saying from, is that the desert chooses you.
She was an extraordinary woman, Marta.
But she danced until people
I saw her at the end when she was dancing.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You got to see Marta dance.
My God, she was like...
Oh, and at the end, she was in her 80s.
Yeah, I know.
It was...
And you could tell, it was difficult, but you could tell she was a dancer. Her body, the way she was able to make moves still.
Yeah.
Surrounded by her public, painted on the walls,
Yes, but you got to see her dance. I mean, I've seen her dance in her older age, and she was still so beautiful.
She came from New York.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Oh, yes.
And when people ask me, but you are from Paris, what happened? Why did you move to Darwin? I cannot explain it,
Yeah.
And they say, but there is nothing. It's not true. It is not true. There are a lot of things in the desert. We have the belly flowers, and they ask me, what are the belly flowers? There are flowers that grow, but like tiny, like I would say. You have to lay down on your belly in order to be able to see them.
The
tiny
ones that are like purple. There's some that are tiny purple, and there's some that are tiny.
Yeah, they're various.
They're very tiny. Like you
flowers.
have to. Yes.
And they're perfect, but they're like smaller than the fly. A fly, their wings. It's smaller than that. It's like a perfect flower, but so tiny that you have to. And sometimes you had to use how do you call those?
A microscope or like a
magnifier.
Magnifier glass.
Yes. And then I discovered how rich the desert is. You just have to pay attention. Because people don't pay attention. They think, it's just rocks.
That's what I told my brother. I said, I'll give it 3 months. I hate the desert. It's hot.
And look at you.
And ugly. And now I'm 6 years.
You see?
Yeah.
Me too. Do you think I thought I was going to stay... when I think about the number, I think that's it. The desert got me. I will never leave it. No matter how much I want to get away sometimes. Every time I go away, I'm in a hurry to come back. One year I took my kids when my husband was fixing this restaurant before the opening, so I took them 2 months in France. Finally, after the Orlancha, we never took vacation. And the last day of our trip, we were standing on my mother's balcony in the suburb, west side. And it was a clear day in Paris. You could see the Eiffel Tower that day from my mother's apartment. That's how clear it was. And I showed the children, I said, look, you can see the Eiffel Tower. And I think it was lit up. And they said, yeah, but we want to go back home. They didn't come at the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my God.
Because they were so free.
Yeah.
They walked barefoot in the snow in winter. Naked, they would just go around naked everywhere.
This side, Olancha gets 4 seasons. You get some snow, you get some heat, you get some rain, you get some spring.
I mean, some years we have more snow than other years, but in Darwin we did have snow practically every year on Christmas Day. It was magical for the kids. And they would go out barefoot and play in the snow barefoot. And they had another friend, Hannah, whose father was a good friend of ours. And actually you have to go and see Darwin.
I've always wanted to go to Darwin, but I know
I
that
don't know.
there's
I don't know if my friends would like me to put it on the map, though.
Well, yes,
You know?
well, that's the thing is that you get the sense that they are very much like the old timers in Pahrump who are just like, I'm a
Yes.
desert rat, and just why are you here?
They don't
You
want
know?
anything to change or get bigger.
Yeah, nothing, and
And I like it that way too. You know, like it's still.
So opening night in the Lancha, people come.
Oh my God, it was filled.
Oh, they were just so.
I was even more nervous. And then the health department decided to come the same day at lunchtime to check me out. Like, they don't do that. What's wrong with them? So these two women come, and I was already super nervous. And I made a classic dish for special, and most of the people were French because they worked for Crystal Geyser.
Oh, okay.
So they all ordered special. And then I'm ready to serve it. I get it out of the oven. I was not used to cook like huge quantity, you know.
Well, yeah,
And
restaurants
then,
a little different than cooking for home.
of course. And then I start serving, and then it's not cooked. First,
It's not done.
it's not done. I cannot serve it for lunch. And everybody ordered it. 25 people. My sister comes. I said, you have to tell them it's not ready. And she just goes down because there was an opening with a restaurant, with a room. She bent down. She said, "No, you are going to go yourself. I'm not going to go and tell them that. It's your job. You are the chef." So I go, and I tried to breathe deeply before I went. My heart was beating so hard. And I said, "Excuse me, but it's not cooked." And they were laughing. I was laughing. I said, "You'll have to forgive me and give me another chance." And they were like, and then they ordered different things and everything went fine. And the second incident, to the point where I screamed at the health department, I said, "You have to leave right now. This is not a good moment, you know. You cannot do that to me on an opening day." I didn't have a fryer. And remember that I've never opened a restaurant. I didn't even know half of the things that were hanging over my head, what they were for. And I decided to make some fries, but I put too much oil in this big pot.
Oh, okay.
And the oil goes overboard on the flame, and a huge flame goes through the opening. Don't laugh, please. Through the you should have been there. Through the opening that goes towards the bar.
Okay.
Like
a cutout window kind of type of
Yes,
thing. Yeah.
yes.
Where you put the food up there.
Yeah, but the flame was like huge, you know, like dragon flame type. It goes all the way to the bar, but nobody was sitting there. That was after the special that was not ready. Imagine.
Yeah,
and
you're
then,
like.
And then I'm nearly setting fire to the restaurant. 10 minutes later. Everybody was so surprised, so shocked. I come out, I said, "Well, this is what you call a French flambé." And I went back to my kitchen. They were all laughing. So the first day I survived. The second day I was a bit better, but I stayed 18 hours because I never ran a restaurant. I never cooked for a restaurant. So I was like learning. I was asking questions to people who had restaurants in Long Pine. So they all made fun of me, actually, talking about me, thinking, "Oh, she's never going to make it. She doesn't even know what are all these things in the kitchen." And then, like every 2 months, they expected me to close, not being able to do it. And then 26 years later, I'm still here. So it took me time, but after that, it became easier, and I spent less time there, you know. From 18 hours, it turned into 17, 16, and then 12, which is still a long time.
Well, yeah, because you were the chef.
Yes. The chef and everything, with my sister who was helping me at the time. So it was tough. It was really tough, but I didn't give up. And then people were coming because they thought it was the strangest place to open a French restaurant.
Yes, it is.
It is. I'm still surprised myself. Like, how did we do that? In the middle of nowhere.
Yes, because Gates, we haven't picked up yet. You were not a professional chef. You were a cook at home that loved to feed people.
I had a passion and I enjoyed food. I love eating food.
Oh,
I mean, you know, various type of food. I enjoyed cooking in the desert and showing, having other people test different food
And well, yeah, those people have never had that kind of food before, I would imagine.
And it's part also of the culture. I come from European and North African. We really like to spend time at the table, eating, talking.
It's like the Greeks.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah.
You never, and I've learned now in the Hawaiian culture, because my really good friend is Hawaiian, and same. There's just so much food that you never run out of food.
No,
Exactly.
and they force you to eat more.
Yes.
Manja. But no, it's great.
And so why'd you move out of Olancha to Independence?
Well, our landlord died.
Oh, okay.
He was a really interesting man. And then the building was put for sale. And then I was ready to leave also. I mean, it broke our heart actually, because that little place was special. But it was time also to move. And that was a good opportunity. But we didn't know what we were going to do at all. So for 1 year, we didn't do anything. We didn't, look for something else, another restaurant. And then this guy from Independence contacted us.
Oh.
He was from San Diego, and he moved here with his wife, and they bought the building next door that is now looks Victorian style. But at that time, it was the original building that was even older than ours. I think it was like late 1800. I think ours is from 1896, and theirs were a little bit older. Beautiful, and it was like it turned it into a pizza. There was an underground room. All the wood was original. And he called us out of the blue. He said, "Oh, I heard about you. You closed your restaurant. Listen," he loved antiques. He was an art dealer in San Diego. He had a gallery, and he was selling also a lot of various items. And he loves old building. So he contacted us. He said, I see you in this building." He didn't even know us. As soon as we came to visit with my husband fell in love with the building. It didn't look like this, no, at all, because the wood was non-apparent. It was hidden, under linoleum and tarp and carpet.
Yeah, over the years, people
So it was
changed
well
it.
protected. So now it does need some work, professional work. And so all the wood is original. And my husband right away we had ideas, to turn it into like this old French bistro that are disappearing, And that's the feeling you get when you enter.
Oh, yeah.
It could be New Orleans, it could be Paris, an area where you have
Two places I've never been.
Oh, I think you would love it.
No, well, for me, it reminds me of growing up. There was a house called the Warner House that was outside of Los Angeles. If I can figure out where it was, I'll include it here. But it was a house, and you walked in, and it has the same. Like you just feel like you're in someone's home.
Yeah,
with tables, you know what I mean? Because obviously a home doesn't have so many tables necessarily, right? But the Warner House was actually a home, and then the people lived upstairs, and then the downstairs, and completely different food. It would come out. I always remember as a kid because they had the dessert cart, and they'd wheel out the little cart with all the pieces of pie and Jello.
Nice, yeah.
I'd be like, you'd wait for that. But
you wanted to know about, sorry.
Yeah, I want to know everything.
How we chose the name Still Life Café.
Yeah.
Well, my husband at the beginning, it was the war in Iraq at that time when we opened. And then somebody suggested Baghdad Café. Have you seen that short movie with Jack Palance?
There's a movie, and then there is a Baghdad Cafe. That's the name of the actual cafe over.
Yeah, it's on Route 66, I think. Yes. So anyway, I never saw that movie. I said Baghdad Cafe, and I thought about the war in Iraq. I said, "Are you crazy? Do you think I'm going to call Baghdad Cafe here?"
Well, especially nothing about your food says Baghdad.
Yeah, they're going to think I'm like a terrorist or something, And then my husband says, "What about Bad Dad Cafe?"
The Bad Dad Cafe.
And he went and registered it. And then when he came back, I said, "No, we cannot call it Bad Dad Cafe. All the bad dads are going to come in this cafe." I said, "No, it sounds bad. This is bad." And then, okay, we took it off and we thought and thought. Hey, Lynn, how are you? And we thought about it, and I thought, still life. I was watching this documentary about those French painter like Gauguin and others, and there was like spoons and forks floating in front of their paintings, and I decided still life. They were still lives actually.
Yeah, because I was never good at that in painting.
But it had another meaning also. For me, still life means there is still life in the desert also. So it had two meanings. Still life is something dead or painted that doesn't move. You just
it's
capture
still doesn't move.
a cup, bottle of fruit, So it came from both
But there
meaning.
is still life in the desert.
Yes, absolutely.
Did your husband cook?
He knew how to make chili.
Chili?
Yeah, it was his specialty for all his French friends.
What kind of chili? Black bean? Pinto
Yeah,
bean?
the regular
There's like a
chili.
with meat?
Yeah, the American chili.
It's with beans. It's whether or not it has beans.
The regular chili
Just
that
chili, yeah.
in Texas they eat. You eat at barbecue, yeah. He liked to do that. And also a very special salad that is a classic. It's cooked with curly lettuce in bacon fat with nice piece of bacon and potatoes, and you just cook it. It's like a peasant dish. Beautiful. Would be good for breakfast.
That sounds good.
After a night drinking, so fat, duck fat. You
Oh,
use duck
okay.
fat too. But yeah, I mean, he didn't cook really, but he would give a hand.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just curious if he was a.
He was good in construction.
Yeah,
He
he
could
had a-
fix anything, absolutely anything. Even things that were not fixable, we found ways to fix them. So yeah, it was an adventure.
What was the name of your cafe in?
Still
Atlanta?
Life Café.
Oh, in Atlanta.
Yes.
So the bad Dad Cafe would have been came from that when you named your cafe.
Oh, yes.
It was over there.
Yeah.
And you brought it back over here. You just moved it.
Yes.
Okay.
We just transferred it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. Either of those were probably not good names.
No, it was not good.
Especially with French food, a little bit like.
What
Who's
did
Baghdad?
it
Is
mean?
this- Yeah.
I think it came out as a joke, and then somehow he did go and pay for the fee and register.
Just in case, because if you wanted it.
And then the day after said, you have to go back. You have to go back. This is crazy. This is crazy.
the Bad Dad Cafe sounds like a hot dog joint.
Yes. I like hot dogs when it's well done.
Oh, we love hot dogs. Yeah, I can almost not pass a hot dog.
When I was
With
pregnant
mustard.
with my son, I ate hot dogs for 5 days in a row. I was craving hot dogs. I would drive from Darwin to Lee's Frontier, which is a nice gas station. The owner at the time, he had goats, he had all kind of animals, just, parked there in
Just in the.
nice. And I would go and have a hot dog every day. The third day, his name was Lee, he would tell me, Malika, why do you drive every day? It's like a 30, 40 minutes drive to come and 40 minutes drive to go back. I said, that's just one hot dog. He said, but you can buy some sausage and make them at home, you don't have to drive.
Yeah.
My husband thought that I was crazy. My son now loves hot dogs.
It's interesting. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I could not eat tomato sauce because I love pasta.
Yeah.
And I could not eat it, and she does not like pasta sauce.
It's weird.
And it's weird. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Now I don't eat hot dogs at all.
At all?
No.
None. I will.
I don't trust those sausages. I'm wondering what's inside.
Well, yes, I will put that out of my mind. If there's a hot dog, I will definitely. What's the last talk? We were at the firefighters fundraiser in Tacopa, and 2 hot dogs for $5. I was like, sign me up. There's just something about a hot dog at out of a little cart. This is kind of. I had a hot dog at Keo.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
a
because I was
place.
like, oh my gosh, you have hot dogs. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'll just pretend I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So.
And how
That's-
many years have you been in Independence?
22. It's going to be
Okay.
23 years.
23 years.
Yeah. And 4.5 years in Olancha.
Okay. So that's
So my
why
kids
it's
were very
26.
young. My daughter was 2, my son 4. My son would come back from school every day when he was 4 years old, and he wanted escargot as a snack after school. So I had to put a stop after the 4th day. I said, you cannot eat tons of butter, garlic butter every day. You have to get some other things. But he
Yeah.
wanted escargot every day.
I will say I had tried the escargot on the first day I came, and I almost didn't because the one time I've had it, I have now realized it was absolutely wrong. The first
Yeah.
time I had it,
So
it
they
was
were
wrong.
not
It was
escargot
not
then.
good.
Yeah.
And so then I tried it here, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I ate, but like 25 years ago.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I do not know.
They might not have been escargot. They might have been just those slugs farm raised, in some part of the world.
Oh, yeah, because it was very chewy.
Yeah,
Very chewy.
Escargot
Like,
is
it was
not
like,
chewy.
No,
Chewy,
this was like lovely and earthy and not. Yeah, it was.
Do you like beets?
beets? I love beets.
Oh, you see, if you like escargot beets, they smell like earth.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
beets, but many people don't like beets.
Oh, I love beets. I love beets. I like slice them and make beet chips and bake them in the oven.
Yeah.
And on my salad. Oh, I love beets. Nobody in my family likes beets. So I don't get them often.
Or
Oh, loose.
Brussels sprouts is another vegetable that many people don't like.
I like it now that I know how to cook it with a little bit of bacon.
To give it a taste.
It's a little bit of a
Yeah,
taste.
yes.
As a child, I would have to say that my
True,
grandmother
they
was
test-
not a. I'm not sure our family knows what seasoning is.
The Greek knows about seasoning.
Well, I'm Greek by religion, and after my father did our DNA, I was raised probably like Irish, English, just Dutch.
Okay,
just,
true,
but still,
True, they don't use too many
no.
spices.
Oh, no.
Just like Germany.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my mom married a German man, and so even it's the same. My mom.
It's more the Latin countries that use spices
Oh, definitely.
and herbs. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Now my Greek family, like I know how to cook Greek food now. Now I understand spice now.
Yeah.
Although I'm learning that there's so many spices. Because what was the what is it that I want to get at the Armenian store? Zatar.
Oh, tarzar. Even me.
I know. I was like, what is it? It's got a Z in it and a T, and it's a bunch of
Okay.
herbs.
Za'atar.
Za'atar.
I'm not even saying it right.
Yes.
Za'atar. It's
Yes, I want to get some
Yes,
of
that's
that,
correct.
and then I also where we were staying at the courthouse,
Mm-hmm.
and then lovely Gita made us breakfast, and so there's I've got it written down some herbs that I'm going to get from the Indian herbs. It's like a
Yeah.
combination type of thing that you just put on everything.
Oh, well, every time I go to LA, which is not too often, it's a long trip for me. It's hard for me to get away from my restaurant, but I always go to those ethnic supermarkets. Asian, I just go through the fishes, the weirdest looking fish, and I always ask, wow, how do you cook this and the dry fish they have, all kind of things.
I wish we had. That's one thing I miss from. That is one thing that I do miss in the desert.
Me too.
Luckily, Vegas is about 45 minutes from me. Otherwise,
Yeah, and
there's
they
just
have
stuff
everything
that I
there,
don't-
yes.
Yeah, they have everything in Vegas. They have nothing in Pahrump. They don't even carry
have
Greek
none.
liqueur. I can't get ouzo or metaxa. And not that I need a lot of ouzo or metaxa, but I was making some meatballs and I wanted some ouzo.
Yeah.
And they were like, what is that? And I'm like, Greek liqueur? They're like, I've never heard of it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's complicated. For me, it's even more complicated because I have to go a long way.
Yeah, do you get, so you go to Los Angeles, gather the special things?
Yeah, like
And
when
then-
I'm really in need of some specific ethnic produce that I cannot find at all here. Lancaster might have a few stores, Middle Eastern, because I have a Middle Eastern community. So when I go to Costco, I stop there and grab some interesting things.
How far is Lancaster? About an hour?
A
Couple hours maybe?
an hour, an hour and a half,
Couple
2
hours.
hours, 2 hours from here.
That is the one. That is the one drawback of the desert.
Yes,
Is that
the
if
driving.
you want to be where the people are not, then there's often
Becomes
not food.
complicated.
Yeah.
People, when they get older, it becomes complicated for them.
Oh, that too.
That too, yes.
That too.
So, doctor-wise, and
absolutely.
food, and
Absolutely.
driving. Driving is
I make a
intense.
note. So you had mentioned that my videos seem very real, and I tell people, but I started making videos about Pahrump because people would talk so badly about it, and they would say such mean things about the people in Pahrump and the place, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to make good videos, but I will tell people, as much as, because I have 2 or 3 people who want to retire based on my videos. I'm actually meeting with a woman on Monday.
I had friends who moved there.
Yeah.
I was shocked by the choice, because the same, Pahrump, we always thought Pahrump is not a place you go and move in.
Yeah.
But then we went to visit them. They had this beautiful, huge piece of land. They built a wonderful home, garden. It looked like an oasis. It was wonderful.
You just have to know what you're getting into.
Yeah, and they're not far from Vegas. I think they made the move because of medical reasons. Both were getting sick. They were older
Well, a lot of
friends.
people, they come to the desert to get rid of their lung problems. And
True. Yes, true. Is it Carlos?
Yes, Carlos is down here.
Oh, come here, mon Carlito.
Carlos is the dog that you would do not feed any food to Carlos. No. Although he's the best little baby. All his little booties down here. He's close by, just in case you have some food.
And I have to give him his fish oil this morning. He loves it.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Did you put in a little piece of something?
Well, she gave me also some huge pills like this. He has 2 a day, so I just pour the fish oil on top and give him his food, and he just jumps on it.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, and he seems to be like more energetic.
Oh yeah, last
actually.
night he was dancing for food.
Yeah.
Like he thought he would. If he thought he could put on a show, and we would give him some food, which we did not. Although I was like, "Do you like carrot? Because maybe carrot's okay for you." But I was like, "No."
I do give him vegetables sometimes. Fruit.
Yes. Yeah, because fruits and vegetables, if they like them, they can have that.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
He likes watermelon.
Oh, he does. My brother's dog loved broccoli.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. It's like weirdo.
I don't like broccoli. I just find it boring. I like broccolini.
Broccoli. Oh yes, the one that looks like a geometric pattern.
Yeah, it's like a nice skinny tree, It's not like that big.
I used to sell goat cheese at the Monterey Bay Farmers Market.
I love goat
for my
cheese.
godmother, and I used to sell, and I used to trade cheese. I had a budget, so I had so many pieces I could trade for food.
Nice.
And come home with broccolini, and then they also had like the orange cauliflower, and you get like 10 avocados for $1.
Gosh, have you seen the price of avocados?
I know.
In California. One year, my sister, I went to visit her in Montreal, and we were at the market, and I was looking at the price, and I saw the avocado. I said, "Oh my God, 50 cents a piece! That's so cheap." It was $1.50 here in California.
Yeah.
And that's where they come from. That's where they grow. We grow avocados.
I know, and it's still expensive.
Why is it more expensive than anywhere? It's like gasoline. Gasoline, we have oil.
We're $1.25, unless they're on sale in Pahrump.
I know.
So we don't get them very often.
And the one I get at the supermarket, I don't like them. They just go bad. I think they pick them up green, of course. And then they put them in like super cold room. And it's like they just get too cold. They don't have time to mature. And when they mature, they just are brownish inside.
Yeah.
So,
A little food desert.
yeah. I'm waiting for the community garden to start.
I
Because
saw that across the
everybody
street.
planted, so the tomatoes soon. I can't wait for the tomatoes. I eat
Did
tons of.
you have a little plot over there, or the people will just give extra to you?
No, I don't have a plot. I don't have time to take care of a plot.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But I have my tiny little plot in the back, but just enough for me. The herbs for the restaurant, but tomatoes just enough for me. So I have to get tomatoes from, the natives in Big Pine have every Friday evening they have a farmer's market.
Oh.
Yeah, they make like some,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Okay, so then you, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Which
they
is-
sell their vegetables. They have quite a big garden.
Yes, because if you are in Independence and you come and eat, not only do you have a menu, but you have a board that changes
Yeah, and I
Depending on
might
the-
even change some of the ingredients if I feel like it.
Yeah,
Or if
like, it
I
just-
decide I don't want this vegetable anymore, even if it's written.
Yeah.
It's not set.
Yeah, because
forever.
what I ate last night wasn't even on the board yet.
No. Actually, I wish I could just work like that. Nothing on the board. I just
Cook for you.
give them whatever I cook that day.
Well, you know, I bet
Maybe I
there's
change the
some
formula.
people there's some people who would absolutely, like, I would do that. I would have no problem
Yeah.
saying, hey, I eat everything but maybe this.
Yeah.
And even then, I would
That's how
try
it used to be in France. The classic bistro, you know, at the beginning of the in 1900, was really addressed for people, the working people, the people of the night, the artists, you know, the people who moved from the countryside to the city for work. They had no family, and so they would have like this piece of furniture in those restaurants with a napkin that is exactly for each customer.
Okay.
And the woman behind the kitchen, usually it was a woman, she would cook one dish that everybody would eat, and some wine that would taint your teeth, Burgundy. But that's how, you know, they were fed because they had no one there. They were far away from home. So it was like a home for them. actually.
Sure, a traditional French bistro would be,
Yeah.
come, you eat what you're served.
Yeah, and it was like a second home, far away from home.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, we looked at the history of bistro, my husband and I, because we were really trying to recreate, give that type of feeling and ambiance, you know.
You feel Americans are probably nervous about that, I would bet.
Not all of them, just
Not all of them, but like if you don't know what you're walking
Yeah,
into,
there's
they
still-
might be like, but
Yeah, it's kind of hard. But a lot of people are curious. No, I have wonderful customers. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like they don't want me to sell or open. They want me to stay here forever. I said I can't stay forever. I'm gonna drop one day. If I have help, but it's true. It'll be very sad. You know. It becomes like a big family, actually, over the years.
because it's a small town too, that helps.
Yeah, but the regulars I have come from somewhere else, and they come for years for various reasons. So we see
that's
their
true.
children, their grandchildren. They saw my children. Now they see my grandchildren. You know, you see all the changes, and you know the same family that come over and over. You know, for different reasons.
Well, your
Skiing
food
or-
is worth driving for, I will tell you that. You can blush all you want. But
You know what they say about compliments?
what do they say about compliments?
Oh, I don't know. My son told me something. I don't know. Yeah, it's something funny. He's funny. Sometimes I don't get all the jokes.
And that's where we'll pause for today. This conversation was too big for my computer to process in one piece, I discovered. There's more to the story. Part 2 is on the way, and we'll pick up where we left off, and I'd love for you to be there. If you enjoyed this video, the best way to support me is to like, share, and subscribe, because it really helps. And if you'd like to go a step further and help me upgrade my computer, because I think I just need some extra RAM, there are links in the description below. Either way, thank you so much for being here. And remember to be grateful, stay curious, and I'll catch you on the flip side.